Hey y'all, welcome back to Woke Yoga and Wellness. Today I'm bringing you an all natural hair gel made from flax, rosemary, and aloe. Three very natural and simple ingredients packed with some amazing benefits. So keep watching for more. Hey, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, so here I have laid out all the tools that we're going to use to make this easy, natural, inexpensive alternative to gels. Um, this gel will leave your hair super moisturized, smooth, and just shiny. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing I have is water, which is going to be our number one ingredient. That's 2 cups there. Number two, I have the star of the show, which is flax seeds. I got these from Whole Foods. I know you can find them at any other natural grocery that you may have around you. Then I have some aloe vera plant. So what I do is I buy a whole leaf and I usually chop it up, um, pop it into a bag and put it in the freezer and I take them out as I need them. So that's why it's kind of defrosted in there as you see. Then I have our essential oil rosemary and that cost me like $6 or $7. I got that from Whole Foods as well. Then to incorporate everything, I'm going to use a wooden spoon, a strainer, and a little glass receptacle to keep it all in. And I almost forgot a pot. You'll need that pretty much for the whole thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have my pot on medium heat, and the first thing I do is I add the flax to my pot, and I do it in increments. So I'm adding a little bit of flax here, and then I'll add the water on top. I don't like adding the water first because I feel like it doesn't all get well incorporated. It may just be psychological, but I still keep the flax and then I add it. And then I get the wooden spoon and I kind of stir it all together. Here I'm just turning up the heat just a little bit to make sure it's all incorporated. One key thing is to make sure that you keep stirring the entire time because you don't want it to coagulate and just form into like a lump of jello. You actually want it to be gelatinous but kind of loose, and you're able to kind of smooth it onto your hair. So you're looking for a very gelatinous texture. And it's so important that throughout this whole process that you're extremely patient. Like patience is going to be such a big virtue. So I started using this recipe shortly after I went natural because my hair was so dry. When I tell you it was dry, I mean it was very dry. And I found that the only way I could get my curls to pop was by using products that had so many chemicals in it. And at that point, I felt like it was no different from when before I was natural to now. So I wanted to find a healthy, natural alternative. And I found that flax worked the best for my hair because it's so high in omega-3 fatty acids. It helped me to avoid the dry scalp that I was having and nourished my hair, reduced also the dandruff that I was having, and improved my hair's elasticity, which ultimately led to less breakage because now I was moisturizing my hair follicles and taking care of my hair and moisturizing it the way that it needed to be since it was so dry. And I was able to defeat the myth that water didn't work for my hair because it did. Water became my hair's best friend, and it still is. That's the ultimate moisturizer for my hair. All right, so we have arrived. At this point, you will see the gel gets to what I call the egg white stage, meaning it looks like egg whites. So at this point, I'm always super careful because I don't want it to turn into like a lump of jello, which it can very easily. So I see how it's like sticking to my spoon, and if it's coming off in the gel like consistency, that's what I want, and then I pull it from the heat immediately. So here comes the aloe. All right, so only thing I've done here is pull back the skin on the top part of my aloe, and then it reveals that nice flesh there. And I'm gonna take a knife and just scrape it out. Be very careful so you don't cut yourself. But I've been doing this for a long time, so I got it. But just make sure you get all of that gel out of there. So aloe is super awesome because it is made of 96% water. So again, gets back to that moisture that I was looking for my hair. It conditions my hair and smoothens and keeps it super shiny because it has vitamins A, B, C, and E, which also are amazing anti-aging qualities. The enzymes in it help repair any dead skin follicles that I was having. So when I noticed the breakage in my hair, I needed something that was going to keep it alive. And aloe ultimately did that for me, as it worked in tandem with the flaxseed. It just helped improve the elasticity and help prevent any breakage that I was seeing. So after you get it all out, you'll notice that it's really strained into your little container. So then I started to strain the flaxseed gel, which you'll see is coming out of the bottom of that strainer, into the little receptacle. And you want to kind of do this pretty quickly because, like I said, it'll all just start forming into a thick gel. And one thing to know and not worry about is that you may not get all of the gel out, which is perfectly fine as long as you get a good amount out. You'll be good. So I like to grab a spoon and get out as much as I can and kind of press it against the side, knocking it around to try to get any of the gel out, just to make sure that I got as much as I can. But a little goes a long way, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. So flax is also super awesome because even after you get off as much as you can, you literally can pour it into a container and use the rest for later, which is what I'm doing. So next up, I am going to add our rosemary essential oil to the gel. And also, I'm going to add some of the Kumba fragrances. This flavor, excuse me, this scent is in Water Goddess. I love it. It smells so good and it's so potent, and a couple drops of it last in the gel and it does not go away, which is amazing. So I would add anywhere from 6 to 10 drops into this mixture. Here I do add 10 just because I like a little bit more rosemary because it has so many natural or powerful qualities. It's one of the most powerful essential oils that you can have. So be careful because you are working with a monster when you're using rosemary. But it does an awesome job at stimulating hair growth. I would say really, really rapid hair growth because I've noticed that for my own hair, within a number of months, it just lengthens my hair like no other. It increases the microcirculation of your scalp, which aids in that hair growth. It promotes healing. So if you have anything where your scalp is really tender or what have you, it's the ultimate thing to use. And it treats premature graying. So if you have any of that, it kind of just reverses it. It's like its own little natural dye. And again, reduces the dandruff and itchy scalp. So I also added the 2 little spots of the Kumba oil and I'm mixing it all together. All right, so once that's all together and combined, um, you're done. That was so quick and so easy. This keeps in your fridge for about 3 weeks. Like I said, yeah, it really did smell really good. And it felt great as well. I can't wait to do a twist out with this, which is actually gonna be my next video. So here I'm just putting the top on it. But make sure you come back for the twist out, which I'll be doing next. It'll be a 2-strand twist out using this flax, aloe, and rosemary gel, along with the natural hair butter that I have as well. But make sure you like my video and share it for all to see. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.